Morning. Pure pondering. What's going on, Rodney? What's going on, man? Weekend, great weekend. I know I gotta get my hydration in. So I want to drag this out. I got brunch. Got to do brunch. So apparently, well, I've been in my little hiatus. You know what I'm saying? Doing the daddy thing. I missed a few things. So a couple people hit me up about smoke them. All right, let's get motivated. It's all hot air. What's going on? So apparently I missed a few things. I mean, not no big things, no major things or whatever, but I got an interesting email and I wanted to share this with you guys. And it was about a content creator who I guess he was holding another content creator, you know what I'm saying, accountable, responsible, or to a standard, or whatever the case may be. And I was asked how I felt about it. Of course, I'm not subscribed to the channel, so I really didn't know what he was talking about. So I hit the link that was sent to me. I watched the video. Overall, I thought it was a great video. But I was also asked in his email, what makes what he's doing versus what you do on a regular basis different? And I wanted to explain to you guys what makes me holding someone accountable versus somebody else holding somebody accountable. What the difference is, what this tough love difference is. The difference is that based on what I'm seeing, based on what I understand, is that I'm going to hold people accountable on a daily basis. Men, women, communities, I'm going to hold you, myself, I'm going to hold us accountable on a daily basis. I'm not going to wait for a bunch of people to not like you. I'm not going to wait for the head dude or the head woman to not like you. I'm going to say what it is I need to say, name tagged in it, so that way you can know, hey bro, or sis, this is for you. The difference is that I don't follow anybody blindly, and I don't cheer for someone to the point where just like I'm only going to speak when the status quo says we against you. Salute, Don Philly. I see you. Rich Bleezy. And I feel like, let me speak on this Mr. Skinny situation. Now, Mr. Skinny has said some disrespectful things, but he's always said disrespectful things. But I had to watch his live so I can get a better understanding of where his energy is and what exactly is going on or whatever case may be. So I watched this guy's live or whatever. It has been said numerous times as Mr. Skinny has called women out of their names. Nothing new. You know, way before this moderator situation, he's been doing it or whatever case may be. And they're the same people that's doing reaction videos on Mr. Skinny now were never doing reaction videos on Mr. Skinny. Never said anything in reference to holding him to a standard, saying, hey, I don't get down like that, etc., etc. But to me, now that Mr. Skinny has become public enemy number one, I'm in there, bro, some tough love. Let me really brother this. So, and it's already been identified like a lot of people right now. One of the main reasons that they're saying something right now is because the person that they follow and rock with now has spoke out. And that's the difference between, is that better? Is it still doing it? You're freezing. Okay, I can't see that on my end. I can't see it on my end, so I don't know.
Text message from Melissa.
I just do this again. You're back. Is it okay? It might be this area. It's better? It's okay? Okay, all right. Salute, Jenny. I see you. I hate that it broke up. The Stone Builders, what's going on? I hate that it broke up. Let me give it a minute. Let me see what's going to happen. I give it like a minute or something. Says I'm good now. Salute. I see you, Carmelo. I see you. Now the video and the audio are off a bit. Audio's behind the video. God, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar, boy. Huh? The devil is a liar. They don't want me to get this hot tough love out. They don't want me to do it. They do not want me to do it. It says, you okay now? Okay, let me get back to this. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I was hit up by a subscriber that was basically asking me about how I felt about the Mr. Skinny TV situation, and then other content creators making content towards Mr. Skinny. Me personally, I don't really care. I don't have a stake in a fight on that one. I don't really care about that. I just find it ironic when people want to hold people accountable. Because when ToughLove talks about accountability, it's like accountability ain't even a word. You know what I mean? We don't do that around here. But when other content creators say, I'm going to hold you responsible, I'm going to point out the things that you've said that seems off and seems kind of weird or whatever, it's like, it's a great thing. My thought process is, I'm not going to wait for a bunch of people to go against you to have to hold you responsible or accountable, or to say what you're doing is messed up or whatever. And I said that's the difference between, the other content creators and myself or whatever. If I see you doing something, I'm a call it for me. I'm not gonna call it to team up against you because it's a bunch of people doing videos on you. You understand what I'm saying? So ToughLove, you're gonna get consistency. You're gonna get consistency. I never know anything about the stuff unless you. I hear you. Now, listen. To be honest with you, I really just kind of been in my own zone. We've been doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Me and the little one's been doing stuff or whatever. Okay, so I really ain't been worrying about too much. So I said, let me. I've been getting notifications about certain lives or whatever, but I ain't been really watching anything. But I got an opportunity after I got sent this link and this breakdown of these questions. Like, well, what makes them different, holding people accountable than you? And I had to simply tell them, like, okay, well, I'm gonna be consistent with mine. I'm not gonna wait for a bunch of people to start saying that we're turning on this person. Because to me, I don't know. I think it lacks sincerity for me. It lacks sincerity to me. To me, if you're, and that's why I say this is the problem. The problem is this is the problem. When you don't do something that's consistent, when all of a sudden you start doing it because everybody else is doing it, to me, there's a lack of integrity somewhere. To me. You understand what I'm saying? And now it's going to be shocking because it's like, bro, you ain't never used to hold me accountable before. You ain't never used to talk to me like that before. But now it's like it's going to be hard for this person to take you serious because everybody else is doing it. Everybody doing it now. Salute, Miss Carolyn in the building. Rodney, I see you. I'm just saying, so I mean, really, I don't really care about the actual issue. I just find it interesting, like I said, when people want to hold people accountable, again, as if you've never seen these actions before. Now, I know for a fact I done seen some things predating this whole Mr. Skinny moderator situation, and these same people turned the blind eye, didn't say anything. But as soon, I'm gonna be honest with you, as soon as Kwame Brown said, I got an issue, now all of a sudden these reaction videos started holding Mr. Skinny accountable. And I just found it interesting. I found it funny, to be honest with you. And I gotta agree. You know what I'm saying? Rich Bleezy, I'm only going to hold you accountable for not keeping it tough love. I appreciate that, Rich Bleezy. And again, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's interesting that we do these things to ourselves because, again, men should be men. Women should be women, you know what I'm saying? And communities should do what it is that communities do. And if we have a community where we do love one another, we do respect one another, we do understand, you know what I'm saying, how constructive criticism works. And it's interesting to me how when people say, well, today I want to give constructive criticism. Oh, wow, okay. But you only want to give it when you know that you got the blessing from the big homie. That's how we differ. because you're going to get that level of consistency. It's not about what the crowd says we should be doing, or it's not about, well, let me stay on the side of right or stay on the side of X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to tell you right now, I look at how methodical people are. People are very methodical with the videos that they do, with the content that they promote, how long the video is. Like, they're very methodical. And it's great that, you know, people want content or whatever. But here's the thing, brother, sister. Don't hold people accountable when you've never held them accountable before. Don't hold them to a standard that you never ever established before. That's what's crazy to me. Holding somebody to a standard that you've never established what the standard was. Hey, I don't appreciate this. This is not what I'm about. When you make up, here's the thing, when you make up the standard as you go, it's hard for people to follow and respect. When you make up the standard as you go, it's hard for people to follow and respect. But if you come out and say, this is the standard across the board, I don't care who you are. And that's why I said it's interesting to me. And it's, let me give you a word. Let me give y'all a testimony. When someone tries to tell you that what you do is wrong because they're too afraid to do it, because it's not the popular thing to do, it's not the popular thing to say, or whatever case to be. If you know in your heart of hearts that what you're saying is right, based on institutional knowledge, common sense, street knowledge, if you know what you're doing is for the greater good, because here's my thing, it's a lot of people getting on that tough love wave right now. Oh, I'm holding him responsible, I'm holding him accountable. Where you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym? Huh? Where you been at? Where you been at? What has been the focus? You weren't with me before, but now you here. Okay, cool. Welcome. Have a seat. Let's have a conversation. And I'm really surprised that more subscribers. You know what's so funny? I think people see it, but they ain't saying nothing. And I get it. But it's a couple people who know what's going on. Again, me and Mr. Skinny, we ain't cool, we ain't friends or whatever. I never subscribe to the narrative. Like, if you're gonna hold Tommy Sotomayor responsible for calling somebody a B-word, you gotta hold Mr. Skinny responsible. That's just period across the board. So all of these grown men and women was like, Mr. Skinny, Skinny Gang, and all this other stuff, never said anything. But I'm telling you right now, the second that Kwame Brown said, oh, well, now I got an issue with it, now I got a concern, now all of a sudden all the rest of these people got concerns and issues. Now they're doing videos. Then you're not holding nobody to a standard. Then there's no standard to be held to. There's no standard to be held to. Because as soon as Mr. Skinny and Kwame Brown, if they patch things up and they cool again, you gonna stop holding them to a standard? I believe that. I believe it's some bandwagon stuff. But what is so crazy is because I think that now you're coming into another lane. Now you're coming into another lane because it's sure enough as you can pick and choose who you want to hold to the standard, because it's selective now. It's selective, right? And if that's what you want to do, cool. But I'm just saying people recognize that. People recognize that. That's some snakish, that's some weak weasel shit. People recognize that because here's the thought process. The first time that Mr. Skinny started calling women out their names and talk about he'll do this and he'll do that, that should have been a red flag right there to be like, nah, bro, that ain't me. I don't rock like that. But it was a lot of people saluting him, and this predates. I want you guys to do this. Everybody that's making a reaction video, and I'm sure Mr. Skinny has done it too, right? BDB, what's up? What's up behind the bar? I want y'all to see this, because I say the same people that praise you today will hate you tomorrow. All the people that's making reaction videos about Mr. Skinny and saying how wrong he is, I want you guys to look in his comment section prior to Kwame Brown saying that he had an issue with Mr. Skinny and what he was doing. I want you guys to look at prior to that. Mr. Skinny was doing the same thing, and none of these people that have reactions about how wrong he is were saying nothing. We're saying nothing. But now you want to hold him accountable. Well, what's the standard? I'm about to piss somebody off. What's the standard? What's the rules of engagement? Either you hold them to a standard or you don't. Either you have a standard as a man, a protocol as a woman, or you don't. If I was Mr. Skinny, I would be laughing at y'all, because here's the thing. None of y'all motherfuckers was brave enough to say anything before Kwame Brown said anything. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Let's get it out. Let's get it out there so somebody has the guts to say it. Because obviously ToughLove be shaking some cages. Okay, cool. Let's get it out there. All of you seen Mr. Skinny disrespect black women on numerous platforms, on his own platform, but never had the fortitude to say, nah, I ain't with that. I ain't about that. I hear you behind the bar. But see, this is the problem. The problem is that we as men and women, a lot of us don't care to have a standard until somebody else give us the standard. Somebody else give us, go that way. Say this. Or we think that we're still riding high on the hog, and we saying, okay, well, if you don't like them, I don't like them. Well, here's the thought of problem. Because when we talk about the go along, get along game, everybody forming up their own go along, get along. Let's just be real. I'm sitting back and I just watch like gang, skinny gang, that gang, weak weasel gang, that like everybody's doing their own thing. And it's like, here's what's so funny. People will identify y'all doing X, Y, and Z, but then be doing the same thing. If I'm gonna get mad at one man for calling another female out of her name, or black, blah, 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 right? The black B word. Why wouldn't I get mad at all men that do that? I hear you, lovely. I hear you. But see, my thing about it is, it's the fake outrage. Come on, somebody tag Mr. I might have to tag Mr. Skinny. It's the fake outrage. You wasn't mad at Mr. Skinny. You didn't care that he was calling women out their name. Because if that's the case, you wouldn't have had to wait for Kwame Brown to react for you to be man enough or woman enough to say, I got an issue with that. Put his name in the title and say, I got an issue with that. Come on, you say tough love and tender love, but I'm the only one keeping it 100. If they really had a problem with what you did, Mr. Skinny, they would have had a problem before the whole moderator thing popped off, because you was doing the same shit. Weak weasel gang. I'm just saying, if they had a problem with you, don't wait until the big homies say I got a problem. Now all of a sudden we got problems. I think that's the difference. I think that's the difference between myself and other people. Like I'm gonna let you know before it becomes popular to let you know. I'm gonna keep it real with you before it becomes popular with you to keep it real with you. I'm just saying. Salute to Uppity. I see you. I'm just saying. I just find it interesting, and it's like what the things that we do. I just find it interesting that it's like when we talk about accountability, the first thing we do is say, nope, I don't hold nobody accountable. It ain't about accountability. And then when we want to do accountability, it's like we sending mixed signals. We sending the wrong message out to the community that what we do as black men and women, it's a bad look. It's a bad look for us to be calling each other names, us to be disrespecting each other. It's a bad look for us to be talking about people's parents and their kids and doxing them and doing all of this crazy shit. Stop all of the fuck shit. Let's just keep it 100. Stop it all. But don't for you to get mad at this man and say he's disrespecting this black woman. But he been disrespecting black women, but no videos was made about him. No videos. I'm like, let me check. I typed Mr. Skinny's name in. I seen these videos, right? All these people holding him responsible and accountable. And I was like, none of these people made videos about this man before holding him responsible, accountable for nothing. And he said plenty of reckless stuff. Uncle Stu, what's up? I'm just saying, like, what's the standard? You know, this go for all YouTubers. This go for all men and women. It's like this. If you don't have a standard about yourself and a certain level of integrity about yourself, it's hard. It's going to be hard for people to take you serious, to be honest with you. It's going to be hard for people to take you serious, because my thought process is, imagine ToughLove. I never tried to give constructive criticism at all. And then as soon as I seen somebody going after this person over here, I now start trying to say, well, let me go after him too. Bro, let me tell you something. That is some bandwagon shit. That's some bandwagon shit. That is some bandwagon, some go along, get along, some lack of integrity, lack of standard. And it's like people is like, yeah, you holding him accountable. You holding Mr. Skinny accountable. And like cheering and applauding. And my thought process is, bro, this situation ain't just happened. This situation ain't just happened. You're only speaking out about it because it's popular to speak out about it. And what's so funny is a lot of you all caught this shit. And I gotta give you guys a standing ovation or an ovation for that, because I'm like, yeah, because I ain't subscribed to the channel, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. You know, CE, salute. I wouldn't know. But I'm just saying, if we're gonna be real, let's be real. Like not have this selective fake outrage. I'm so mad at Mr. Skinny for what he said. But he's been saying it. Don't wait for Kwame Brown. Don't wait for Tommy Sotomayor, Kevin Samuels, Hassan Campbell, Charleston. Don't wait for these men or these women to tell you what your standard should be. You should have your own standard. You should have your own standard. What do you stand on? What do you stand behind? Hey, man, I ain't with that the crazy shit. I ain't with the crazy shit. I ain't got to wait for somebody popular or somebody who think they're popular to now say, oh, well, whatever you say, I'm now going to do a reaction video in response to what you're saying that I agree. Either you agree that women shouldn't be called out their names and men should be not called out their names. That should be before we get to the popular vote. How you feel? I feel like a lot of these channels, like these men and women, they've lost themselves trying to keep up with the status quo. Like anything that's popular, you know, that's what we want to talk about. And I feel that I get his content or whatever case may be. But when you start talking about standards and you start talking about accountability, well, now we in the tough love lane. We're in the tough love lane. And I think that if you're gonna lack consistency, you shouldn't even be in that lane. Because here's the thought process. Imagine somebody trying to hold tough love responsible for holding people accountable and talk about accountability, and they turn around and then do the same damn thing. Can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine tough love sitting back watching somebody hold another man responsible or accountable or to a standard to speak on another man's actions about how he could be better and the expectations of him as a man, saying, hey, that's not my cup of tea. Check this out. So if you do it, what's the difference between you and tough love doing it? Well, the difference is tough love's been doing it. It's not a selective thing for me. It's not, hey y'all, look at what I'm doing, y'all. Hey, yeah, I'm with y'all. Hold on for a second. Okay. I don't know, man. I just find it funny to me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, y'all. Appreciate that. I was almost intent to be like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not even about a back and forth. It's not even about, you know what I'm saying, trying to promote any disrespect. My whole thing about it is be consistent. Be consistent. Don't pick and choose. Because here's the thing: the same way that you hold Mr. Skinny responsible, you got to hold everybody responsible. It's not just about, well, we all now going to team up on Mr. Skinny. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you do. But I'm just saying, it's people out here who notice what you're doing. It's people out here that saying, wow, that's interesting. The leader is wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, people have blurred the lines on what leaders are in this, I guess, this particular sector of YouTube. What leaders are, what positivity is, what accountability is, like all of these words that have that have been formed to rally people, to hold a standard with people, All of these powerful words have been like manipulated and twisted or whatever case be. Like, to me, if you lack consistency as a man, you lack consistency holding other men accountable and putting yourself in that same form. Like, bro, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We different. We different. Don't if Rich Bleezy, I'm gonna use you as an example, bro. If Rich Bleezy ain't never hold me accountable at no point in time, right? And ToughLove, for some reason, I get on here and I start calling people, and I done had plenty of reasons. I done had somebody talk about my 3-year-old daughter. Like, why are you talking about my 3-year-old daughter? Not to mention the type of energy I'm gonna bring, but what about her mother? Like, I mean, like, it's crazy. So I had, to me, every reason to lose my cool and call people out their name, you black B word and all this other stuff, but I didn't do it. So suppose I did do it, and Rich Bleezy, who's never held me accountable before, right? Never cared about me calling other people black B's or whatever. Rich Bleezy decided, oh, well, I'm gonna hold you responsible and accountable because other YouTubers are now ganging up against you. My thought process is, I'm gonna look at Rich Bleezy sideways because I'm like, you never cared before. That's why I'm looking at this Mr. Skinny thing. These same people that's doing videos on him never held him accountable or to a standard before. Where you been? Where you been? The same people that get the word positivity, leadership, accountability, they get it all. Like, it's like, instead of it being clear on what the definition is, what we doing, it's like you putting gravel and oil and spit all in the goddamn bottle, talking about, yeah, this is what positivity is. No, it's not. This is what consistency is. No, it's not. This is what standard is. This is what accountability. No, it's not. This is what confusion is. This is what confusion is. This is the reason why we have so many issues in relationships, not only professional, but personal, because you have people like this that says, bro, I lack consistency to the point where I'm just going to go, well, I'm going to go with the crowd. And it's so funny because ToughLove has been saying these same people have been going with the crowd. So even when the wind blows left or blows right, you're still there. You're still there. I can respect somebody who's been held. I can respect a man or a woman that's been holding people to the same standard the whole time versus someone says, well, now it's popular to hold you to a standard. Can you imagine if Kwame Brown comes out right now and says, oh, well, it's about accountability, which is the reason why, or it's about men being respectful to women, so you're holding him to a standard. Okay, cool. Can you imagine? Well, then you got to go back to the question that ToughLove asks you. Do you believe in accountability? Obviously you do. If there's a degree of separation, if you're saying, well, hey, this man is disrespecting this woman and I don't get out and I don't like that. Salute, John, salute. And I don't like that. But we've chopped the word, we skimmed the word, we've blew the word up. We've done all of these things to the point where now it's one of those situations where, well, what is it? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? You can't have a real conversation with people who don't keep their word, who don't have standards, who don't have morals. Because if that's the case, you go where the highest bidder is. You go where the wind blows. You go where the popular vote goes. So I can't respect you for your word because that's not your word. All I got to do is, it's almost like Googling something, talking about, well, what's the most popular thing to say? What's the most popular quotes to use? It's not your quote, it's somebody else's quote. To me, people get too excited about, like, I don't care if you talk for 6 hours, 10 minutes, it don't matter to me. My thing about it is, man, you can easily sit back and say, when did you start holding people accountable? When did you start holding people to a standard? Rich Bleezy said, I'm gonna put you in my will as my cousin. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I revise my will every quarter, so I'm gonna have to put you in there, man. I'm gonna have to put you in there. I'm just saying, man, you know, I don't I don't agree with everything that Mr. Skinny do, but my thought process is, I'm telling you, I mean, I ain't do no reaction video to that whole mod situation, because to me, it's like, it's crazy. But the thought process, imagine a man who's been consistent constructive criticism, giving you some feedback, versus somebody who ain't never did it before, but know for a fact that you've been doing the same type of things or whatever, but they stayed silent. They stayed silent until Kwame Brown decided that he wanted to speak out. So now, oh well, now I'm against you too, bruh. I don't know if I would respect that, to be honest with you. Jenny says, yeah, I don't really care about none of that, man. I don't really care about that, to be honest with you. If that's what they want to do, I really don't care. I just feel like us, for the people that's viewing this, man, listen, be your own man. Be your own woman. Have standards, have morals. It's okay. When people start saying, well, who do you think you are? What are you doing different? I'm consistent. You know what you're getting. It's like when you go to the lot and you buy a car or whatever case may be, you want a car that has a certain standard to it, right? You don't want to say, well, it looks good, but the engine cut off every now and then. It's not consistent. You know, okay, the heat work, but the AC don't work, right? You want something that you know is going to be reliable. That's what we're talking about right now, being reliable. Being reliable. John Goodwill says, I'm not I'm not used to another man. Is that supposed to be pointing or pouting? I don't think it's about I have to check. John, I didn't even know you was a content creator. I got to check that out. I didn't even know you was a pointing. Listen, that's why when you read shit out loud and people be like trying to get it in, like you read out, it's like, it make you look crazy. Like, I had told them to, is that an error? Typo? That's why I just wait. Give you a chance to correct the shit, bro. I'm just saying. But listen, I just feel like if you're going to be consistent and you're going to give that brotherly love or that sisterly love or whatever it is that you call it, like whatever it is that you say, I really care about somebody, I think you're going to be consistent. People are going to be able to see that you're consistent. It's not when everybody else decides to join up against you. And I think that's the issue that I have, is like these same people that say I have such an issue never spoke up before. Where you been at? Where you been at? I mean, I think that's fair. I think it's fair to be. I mean, if I was Mr. Skinny, I'd be like, bro, so you've never heard me call a woman, a black woman, a B word before. You've never heard that before. You didn't say anything until Kwame Brown said something. You don't count. Sis, you've never heard me call a black woman. It was black females sending donations. So I'm just like, what is the fake outrage now? What is the fake outrage? Either you support men who call women the B word or you don't. Or you don't. But you can't say it's okay if he does it, but it's not okay if he does it. What the B word is the B word. Golly, I feel like this is elementary. This fake selective outrage. I'm mad at you, but I ain't mad at him. Well, if you hold him to a standard, you got to hold him to the same standard. Y'all keep moving the goddamn goal line every single time it's convenient for you. Oh, we got 25 yards to run to the goal, and as soon as we get 5 yards away, you move it again. It's like you keep moving this shit around so nobody else can get the point. So when ToughLove talks about consistency, leadership, positivity, self-love, empowerment, when I start talking about these things, this is the reason why. There are people who lack standards and values and morals, but we speak about being these like high value and leaders and all of this other shit. And here's the thought process. It's funny to me when I hear somebody say, I ain't trying to be a leader. I ain't trying to be a role model. And they do this to dissolve themselves of any responsibility. which is hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody going out into the world. I ain't trying to be a black man. I ain't trying to be a man. Anything to alleviate responsibility, anything to not have the microscope on you or whatever case may be. It's like, imagine somebody going into the military. I ain't trying to be a leader. Bruh, come on, man. So what you doing this for? You waking up to do what? To be what? I've never met a man who says, I ain't trying to be a leader. Whether it's a leader in his household, a leader in his community, a leader with his family, a leader with his friends. You are a leader as a man, period, point blank. Now, whether you do things that encompass being a leader, that's on you. If we're supposed to be leaders as men, providers, protectors, and role models. Can you imagine somebody on social media saying, I ain't no role model and I ain't no leader? Come on, man. We have a hard enough time trying to have a conversation with us and keep it realistic. If we're not gonna keep it realistic, what's the point? We taking this entertainment thing to like this atmosphere of nonsense, and it's just that's what it's about. I'm only going to hold you accountable if 3 people that I like say hold you accountable, or they say something about holding you accountable. Like, it's like, and here's the thought process. And when I say hold people accountable, here's my thought process, right? This is my thought process. Let me help you out, John. Drop your link to your channel. If you're a content creator, feel free to drop your link to your channel. I appreciate you guys being in here. I'm not going to be here that much longer, though. I'm just saying there's a lack of consistency. And if you guys allow people to just be like, well, you can pick and choose who you want to hold accountable. And then this is a thought process. I had the same people saying tough love, weak weasel, and snake, and this and that, and this and this. Now holding people accountable for doing the same thing tough love was doing to Kwame Brown. And that's exactly what the damn subscriber is saying in the damn email that he sent to me. Like, bro, so what is it? So if you do it, it's wrong, but if they do it, it's A-okay. I'm just saying, there's a level of consistency. If we're pointing out inconsistency and we're saying, hey, this is the reason why I'm saying X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. But I'm not trying to do anything to say, let me bash you, bring you down, disrespect you, etc. It's been consistent. So my thought process is like, if somebody already think that you're a part of a go along, get along gang, right? To break away from that narrative, you have to do things that actually encompass you being a woman or a man. I see a lot of people saying, well, what do you think, Kwame Brown? Because whatever you think, that's what I think. Whatever you say, that's what I do. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Mr. Skinny was just real bold with it. That's my cousin. But it's a whole lot of people playing play cousin to Kwame Brown. Let's just be real. Salute, shut up and react. It's a whole lot of people playing play cousin. And my thought process is, where do your morals lie? Where do your standards lie as a man, as a woman? We get on here and we provide content as content creators. We talk about whatever it is or whatever, but it is like, I don't lose myself in the content. I don't lose myself trying to be like, let me team up with this person and team up with that. I'm not going to listen to someone who has more subscribers to me saying, well, whatever you think is wrong is what I think. No, if I think the shit is wrong, I'm going to say, F you, it's wrong. I'm not going to agree with you because you think that your word is everything. And I'm definitely not going to attack the person holding me accountable and then turn around and try to hold other people accountable. That shit is crazy. That's loco. That's crazy. But see, this is the thing. This is the thing. And this is what I want to do, and I want to give you guys some word of encouragement right now. You guys are out here in your communities. Some of you guys are on social media. Some of you guys are in the church. Some of you guys just good people. Hell, it don't matter. You in the daycare, it don't matter. You guys are good overall people, and you have standards and morals, and you carry yourself with a certain level of integrity. And then you have those people who don't do that, and the first thing they want to do is point at you and say, well, who do you think you are? Well, I said this boldly before, motherfucker, I'm me. That's powerful. That's strong, because you know what you're getting. So I felt a certain type of way. I sat down and I listened to these grown men call names like little girls, right? And do all of this other crazy stuff. And now we've got to this thing where now it's about holding people accountable. Well, ToughLove was having this conversation 4-5 months ago. Where you was at? When it was cool to be like, well, we ain't worried about accountability. Now all of a sudden it's about accountability. What they say, the writing's on the wall? The writing's on the wall? We care when we want to care. It's an issue when we need to be an issue. I believe that too. I believe that too. I'm just saying, if we gonna be men and we gonna be women and we say we real and we alphas and omegas and a man's man and a real man, all of these all of these crazy titles to just, we too scared to be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's some people, you know what I'm saying, that I do believe that are sincere and genuine. They don't care about trying to impress the crowd. They really just deliver whatever content they deliver, and salute to them for that. I'm saying that my thought process is, ToughLove is not just about accountability. ToughLove is about having a conversation where we can agree to disagree, but it's not about disrespect. I felt like I've been consistent this entire time that I've been online, except for the people that have deliberately say, I'm gonna take your words and I'm gonna clip, put something together and try to promote a narrative. You can't promote a narrative, because here's the thought process. I usually have lives that last from, I do small short videos too, but they last for about an hour. There is no way that you can sit here and say that you have an open mind, a level of integrity, and that you are about something in life, and sit here and not get something out the message. You got to literally be listening with your eyes closed and your ears closed, with your mind closed. You gotta be. I've seen men give themselves the higher, yeah, we men, and this is what men do, and blah, 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 blah. And in the same breath, be talking about people's kids, talking about their parents, talking about doxing them, calling them out their names. I don't care if it's, bro, let me tell you something. If your name is X, Y, and Z, I'm calling you X, Y, and Z. I give you that respect. I never put nothing on a man or a woman or a community that was not coming from that man, that woman, or that community. I don't make up narratives. Now, I've seen a lot of people make up narratives, especially when it comes to my channel and the supporters and the subscribers. I'm gonna tell you right now, me personally, everybody that subscribed to the ToughLove channel, whatever, we give feedback that is realistic. It's a lot of people that say, hey, ToughLove, I don't really agree with that one or whatever. And for everybody hiding in the bushes that subscribe to these other channels, get the fuck gone, please. I did that one for my daughter. I did that one for my daughter. And the reason why I said that is because of this. If you too scared to show your face and have a conversation that matters, then you're not grown enough to be here. You're not mature enough to be here. Go somewhere where they sit and they call each other names and they disrespect black women and they call people dusties, and go over there. Go that way. If you too scared to come out, like, it's people that I know, content creators, like, don't say nothing. I ain't gonna let nobody know I'm in the chat. Too scared to be yourself. Too scared to have a standard. Too scared to be yourself. Too scared to have a standard. I don't know why it's happening, y'all. That's just how I see it. Can't be yourself, so okay. Somebody else need to tell you who to hate, who to like. Okay. I really had people in an uproar about me talking about accountability. And these same people that were in an uproar and acting like accountability don't matter are the same people talking about accountability now. Whether you use the word or not, if you're holding somebody to a level of conduct, a standard, accountability, whatever you want to call it, because now this is what people do. Okay, because I'm looking and I'm sitting and I'm watching videos, right? Taking the time to watch some videos. And it's like, I'm not going to say accountability. I'm going to, I think you should be at this level as a man or this level as a woman, or I think that we could do better if we work together and you're talking about accountability. Regardless if you use the word or not, you're defining accountability, which is why the word was created, to encompass everything. I don't know, man. I mean, again, everybody's channel is different, and I understand that everybody, in order for us to say I respectfully agree to disagree, I appreciate what it is that you do. I have an infinity for you or whatever. It has to be a standard. It has to be a level of conduct between you and that person, so that way you guys know how to interact with one another. I can't be wishy-washy. Well, okay, you're a YouTuber with 50,000, so whatever you believe, I'ma believe. Oh, you a YouTuber with 100,000. Okay. So whatever you believe, I believe. No, oh shit, you a YouTuber with 150,000. So whatever you like, it's like, bro, you hopping around. I see a lot of people hopping around and can't stand on nothing because they too scared to be themselves. It is not real shit when you can't stand on your own. I don't care where you from. From the hood, you could have been locked up. You suburbs, I don't give a shit what you. It is not real shit when you can't stand on your own. When someone has to give you your thought process. When your entire channel is about somebody else's thought process. That's not real shit. You can identify it. You can make it long. You can edit it down. It is not real shit. Now, some people you can. That's real shit. Whoo, you so smart, you so wise. Zero consistency. And 9 times out of 10, whoever the head is, if you go to the head, which is the original, everybody under the head is saying the same thing. Just saying. I have people who are subscribe to ToughLove or whatever that are content creators, and they have their own thought processes. It's not like we get together and say we all need to come together so we can hate this person, or we all need to call this person a name, or we need to talk about these people kids. It is content creators out here that have sat down and watched other content creators talk about people's kids, and they're still cool with them. They still salute them. They still shout them out. They still donate to them. They still in the comment section. They still share their shit. Come on, man. I'm about to piss somebody off. Where's the standard? Where's the real standard? Where's the real standard? I'll tell people quick, hey man, don't disrespect them in my comment section. No, that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're about. You think other content creators do that? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. No standards, zero morals, zero integrity. But then when you start talking to our community, right? Because you got a voice, you've created a channel or whatever, and it's about this and it's about that, and it's like, bro, I wish we could really identify these people. Let me tell you something. I wish we could label the section counterproductive and put these people in there. You can do what you want to do. Yep, your channel. Yep, can't nobody take. But yep, just be in it. That way, people know what they're getting. They're not lost with a facade. You know what I'm saying? They're not lost with a facade. Because here's the thing. You cannot have an issue with what ToughLove was doing if you now are doing the same thing. You can't. You can't talk about accountability now when you just was joking about accountability before. You can't talk about not holding people responsible when you're holding people responsible now. You can't have an issue with something that, oh, he called black women the B word, but he's been calling black people the B word. But it was cool when you was cool with him. You literally turned a blind eye. You literally said nothing. You literally did 0 reaction videos. You literally jumped in their comment section and said, bro, you doing too much, bro. You doing too much. I seen a woman's video to Mr. Skinny, like damn near begging and pleading with a man she don't even know, talking about we need to talk behind the scenes and we need to this and that. Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Be mindful who you try to align with. In real life, social media, just be mindful who you try to align with, or whatever case may be. I always said that Mr. Skinny has a second chance at life. If you've done whatever type of time you've done or whatever, this is your second chance at life. The last thing that you should be wanting to do is be going back and forth with people online, talking about fighting, talking about threatening people ready to do this and ready. Like it to me, it just don't make sense. To me, it don't make sense. Can you imagine all of these men and women around Mr. Skinny that say they love and respect him? Nobody's making videos to say, bro, what are you doing? It's your life. It's your channel, but is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because here's the thought process. People have a prejudice. Let me say this to Mr. Skinny. People have a prejudice against you, right? If police officers were to arrive at your house, they would already have a prejudice against you. The reason why is because you serve time. You serve time. I'm just being real with you, right? So if you go out there and you do something, let's just say, well, you got a bunch of videos online and you beefing back and forth, and you saying you'll do this and you'll do that or whatever. Bro, when you go to court and they play these videos based on your past, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, it's going to be a problem. YouTube justice versus real systematic justice. Different. It ain't about subscribers, because they're not going to be in the goddamn the courtroom with you talking about, yeah, I donate to his channel. It's going to be you by your motherfucking self. When Tasha K was in there with Cardi B, you think she had those subscribers in there talking about, you tell them, Tasha? He's on my neck. You tell them, girl. Hell no. I don't care what type of front Tasha K put on. Again, I've given her salutes and kudos for some of the interviews she's done. I thought it was some good stuff. But my thought process, I don't know no man or woman directly that will get hit with a $4 million lawsuit and then try to smile like everything okay. Bruh, 500,000 might be a steep one for me. 4 million? That'll change. I'll be a Mormon. I'll become a nun, a priest or something. I go live in the woods. Take this tent and get some spam. We out. Peace. Deuces. It ain't business as usual. It ain't business as usual. I'm just saying. We conduct ourselves online like, you know what I'm saying, we can get away with this stuff. And people are sitting down there and they're recording everything that you say, building up their file. I think the issue is, let me tell you something. I think it's 2 major things that go on social media. One, people take your kindness for weakness. People think because I haven't cursed people out, I haven't talked about the kids, I haven't done that level of savagery, that there's no savagery in me. I think that you guys need to understand how chess is played. When you're playing chess, it's nah, F that. Nah, I'm gonna show you. Oh, move your bishop, move your knight. It ain't none of that. It's all methodical. It's all methodical, right? That's one. The second thing is, for some reason, they feel like YouTube justice means that they really have accomplished something. People are subscribed to you because they know they're going to get drama, gossip, fake news, disrespect, negativity. That's what your channel is consistent on delivering. So imagine a dude or a female that says, I'm about positivity and building, having a tough conversation. Like, hold on. These shits don't go together. These shits don't fit quite well. So it's interesting to me when people say, well, now I want to call you out because other people are calling you out. Well, damn, you didn't. Oh, shit. I know what it is. I knew it. Listen, I was like, why am I getting hot? The heater's on. God damn. I was like, why the seat warmer is on? It was cold yesterday. It's like, well, I don't understand. I don't what. Reach out and touch. I'm just saying it's about a level. Yes, spam. Yes, spam. God damn it. But I'm here for another 10 minutes, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I don't know, man. It's like I really want to promote and I really want to be happy for people and cheer them on or whatever. But it's like this. Don't do what ToughLove does and then say ToughLove can't do it. I got an issue with that. You understand what I'm saying? I got an issue with that. Because I don't do things to waste my time on social media. A lot of people saying, oh, I just do this, you know, for the fun of it. Now, okay, cool. I'm not here to play. Don't play with my time, don't play with my family, don't play with me. And it's like a lot of these people, they can't take themselves serious. And I can just tell. It's like all of these online gangsters, these tough Tonys, these shock jocks, and it's like, bro, y'all doing things that's gonna put y'all family in harm's way. Y'all doing things that's gonna make somebody really pull up on you while you're doing a live, and all of a sudden this shot's ringing out. You're gonna think it was a power episode. So it's two things. Either you ain't got nothing to live for, or you ain't never been touched like that. You never seen anything like that. For people that done seen crazy stuff, drive like all types of, then you realize where things could go. And it's like these people online, it's like, well, I'm safe in the comforts of my car. I'm safe in the comforts of my house. I'm safe behind this screen, can't nobody touch me. And I just feel like people are delusional. People are delusional. Let me say this to you guys too, right? Let me tell you how this goes. Me personally, I had a friend of mine or whatever. They do YouTube or whatever. They in a totally different sector or whatever, I guess. But let me tell you what it is that information, and I'm gonna tell you guys this information right here, right? If I decide to put a copyright strike on your channel, let me use some Uppity. Let me use Uppity. Uppity does a video. Even though I know I won't win the copyright strike, I'll strike her channel. And this is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is Uppity is going to she's going to combat it. She's going to attest it, or whatever case may be, right? Contest it. When she does that, Uppity has to send me her address. Not directly. What happens is, hey, this person at this address, this phone number is saying, you know, X, Y, and Z, that you wasn't in violation of copyright strike, etc., 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 etc. Some people use their real address. It wasn't even about the video itself. It was because I wanted to get your address. Now, me personally, I'm smart enough to know not to use my real address on YouTube, right? So if you do get an address, it ain't gonna be where I stay at. But the fact of the matter is, people don't understand how methodical people are. You understand what I'm saying? They don't understand how methodical people are and where they're willing to take it. So imagine you're sitting around talking about people's kids, talking about their spouses, talking about their job, talking about their character. You don't know if shit. Hey, ToughLove, fuck it. ToughLove live in the car. ToughLove, you know, look, I live in the car, right? So imagine if I ain't got nothing to lose. I done flipped out one morning and said I'm gonna gas this shit up and I'm on the way. Carrying yourself without a standard creates room for turmoil. Most times when men enter a room, right, everybody kind of sets the premise on what they're gonna be. Either you got the guy that's gonna be like, yo, what up? Or you got the guy that's not gonna say shit. You got the guy that's gonna make eye contact. You got the guy that's gonna give that. Or you got the guy that's just gonna be like, go off in the corner by himself. You're gonna have the guy that's gonna be the loudmouth. It like you learn to understand how people behave. And my thought process, I'm looking at how people behave online, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And these people are grandparents. God damn. My kids got kids. I'm just saying. They grandparents and should be conducting themselves to a certain standard, but don't care. That wild and reckless behavior, man, it'll get you in trouble. It'll get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? In a world of hurt, and you be thinking, well, oh, I'll just take them to court. You might not make it to court. Might not make it to court. So why can't you do something that you could be really proud of? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm proud of the Tough Love page. I'm proud of the subscribers. People's like, well, you don't get what the hell that lady said? You ain't getting over 5,000 views a video. I'm getting 1 view a video. I'm getting one. Thank God for 1 view. Shit. Thank God for a platform that you can say, hey, there's a level of consistency, and it's not about dogging people out and disrespecting them. And I could be okay if I go to Atlanta, if I go to Chicago, if I go to Cali, if I go to NY, South Carolina, I'm good because I ain't sitting online. And now I got to look over my shoulders because I just did 16 videos about this guy, family and his kids and this and that and this. A lot of y'all can't do that. A lot of y'all can't do that. So whereas you got the supporters and the subscribers cheering you on and donating to the shit, you got to think about your safety and your family safety. I've never seen a man, and I know some guys that get it in. I've never seen a man that say, I want to be in a shootout with my kids in the car. Normally when shit pop off, I'm going to be honest with you, there's no announcement. There's no announcement. People know you go to that club every Wednesday and you come out there pissy drunk, or you got your back to the door. You never know what's going to happen. And my thought process is, why would you make it so that way anything could happen at any time? Some of y'all act, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of y'all are really from the street, but ain't been in the street for a long time, but you still feel like you got it. You a high school has-been. Listen to what I'm saying. John, Goodwill, listen to what I'm saying. Some of these people are high school has-been. You was good in high school. You hit every jumper, right? Touchdown. Russell, you debate team. You was good in high school, but you ain't done it for a while. Some of y'all can't run 2 miles. Can't do 20 push-ups, 10 sit-ups. But you think you still got the same goddamn speed that you had in high school. You still you that same person in high school. I was in the streets before. You can't tell me about the streets. You was in the streets before. Imagine me doing this damn live, window down, music up, blasting and shit. I'm talking shit to y'all or whatever, and somebody just say, hey, remember me? I'm living my best life, talking shit every day on goddamn live. Yeah, yada da 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 da. And somebody just say, remember me? What subscriber gonna save me? What the fuck y'all gonna take? No, don't do it. Please. Tough Love's okay. He didn't mean it. I'm just saying. We gotta stop trying to carry ourselves like we all ready to die. Bruh, I'm not ready to die. I got a lot more living in me. I think there's a lot of you guys that have a lot more living in you. And that's why that's why this tough love message to me is so important, because it's a reminder. Stop acting like you ready to die. Stop acting like you ready to hate people just because. Stop, oh, let me join this hate group, because that's what it is. Forget it, go along, it's a hate group. We hate y'all, y'all hate us. We hate y'all, y'all hate, like, it's that's what it is. It's no real positive message. I don't want to sit here and listen to you for an hour for you to say 2 things positive. What the fuck? The fuck? I'd rather watch Cocomelon with my goddamn daughter. Shit. Daddy finger. Shit. I'm just saying, man, we got a lot more tough love to give, and I just wish that there was a higher level of consistency when it came to just speaking out about things or whatever. But it's like, you know, you got people so concerned about trying to look at your message and find the most negative shit they can find and then try to promote that. No, you can't find no negative shit. Because here's the thing, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. It's nothing to look for. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. But if you are a person that you're inconsistent, with talking about accountability and talking about, you know what I'm saying, better men and better women, etc., and better communities. And here's my thought process. Take notes. Take notes and let me coach you. Take notes. Because all of this, I'm this type of man and I'm this type of woman and this title and that title and this type of positivity and that type of accountability. No, it's a standard across the board. It's the same accountability in this neighborhood as it is in this neighborhood. On this side of town as it is on that side of town. In this car as it is in that car. With this person as it is with myself. It's not selective. It gives you can have a level of comfort knowing that the standards don't change because somebody walks in a room and they're a millionaire or they got 100,000 subscribers. You know that the standard's going to be the same. Imagine going to the grocery store and they say, well, instead of this gallon of milk costing $5, for you it's $100. Why the standard change for me? What makes me so special or so unlucky? You keep changing the standard and people don't realize what am I supposed to do? You let people know where you stand and how you stand. A lot of people online beating their chest and then calling themselves real. Real inconsistent. Real bandwagoning. Real gossip, real drama. Real selective. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mario J. This, man, it's tough love. Until next time, dot up. Peace.